Hi everyone. Yeah, it's me. It's actually me. It's GR Racer Sweden. On a little bit more personal note, I suppose. You never seen my face before on this channel, but I thought we're at the end of this season. I'm actually at GR Yaris as usual. My new home. I've been here on an event. We've been doing I'm just having some fun. Been doing some go-karting, testing the Formula Renault cars, driving the Volvo C30 Yaris edition. I had a lot of fun today, and I was here, of course, last weekend as well, doing some time attack with the car behind me. I mean, this channel was never going to be about me. It was going to be about the car. But I went to Mantorp this season and I met one of my followers, and he said, like, I don't know who you are, but I recognize the car. And of course he had a GR Yaris. It was so much fun to meet him. So I thought I could introduce myself to you, and then I thought we could do a little bit of a review of the car, what happened this year, what we achieved, you know, what you can do with this car with very small measures. We learned a lot during this track season, and we learned a lot during time attack. And if you haven't seen that clip when I placed third on the super lap final, you should watch it, because it was absolute foobar, and then it was absolute heaven. It was like, yeah, I haven't had those emotional swings for a long time. It was just crazy. Anyway, nice to meet you all. And behind me, of course, we have the subject for today. I mean, I came here this spring with this new car, and my idea was, yeah, I'm just gonna test it, you know, see where it goes, and, you know, try to learn something about it. And it was so good. It was so good. I mean, not only did I do an instant PB that day, it was completely original. Apart from some R-rated tires, the Yokohama A052 that I love so much. And it just performed tremendously well. I was flabbergasted, I must say. And then I just couldn't stop driving. I mean, maybe you should put a car like this in a garage somewhere and wait for someone to come and buy it off you and make a buck or two. But I think this car should be driven. I think this car should be used. And that's what I have been doing. I don't know if anyone has been using their Kalle Rovanperä as much as I have. So I thought we could just go through a little bit what we've done to the car. I alluded to that in my videos, absolutely. In text, you know, we done some camber and everything, but I just want to show you that with very small measures you can get a really good car that you can use in daily life. It's great to just drive around. It's a lot of fun. If you want to go on a track day, you're going to be an absolute king among hatchbacks, because the PB I have now is 1:15:30 here at GR Yaris. I did that during time attack. There are very few almost original hatchbacks that perform that well. It's absolutely, yeah, I don't know if it should be surprising. Toyota built a fantastic car. They poured their heart and soul into this car, and they created something truly special. It's a little bit expensive maybe, but if you want to do what I do, it's absolutely worth it. So yeah, let's do the old point of view thing, I suppose, and walk around, and let's continue from there. See ya. All right. Now we're actually in the very familiar perspective. So what did we do with the car? We didn't do much this year. We started the season by driving 1:16:38 or something like that on this track, and we ended up driving 1:15:30. So what did we do? We actually, I mean, this was actually a couple of new tires that I haven't used before. I used them only during this this time attack competition. Normally we use Yokohama A052, but these are the Nankang CRS, and I absolutely thought these tires were gonna kill me, because I flipped around. The first thing I did on the warm-up on Saturday, I flipped this car around, and during my final lap that I did, the super lap, I flipped the car around again on my warm-up lap. Of course I was stressed, because they told me that the thing with these CRS tires is that they're really good. I mean, many time attack people use them. Mainly they use CRS or the Yokohama A052. These tires are good because they heat up. They don't heat up as fast as the Yokohamas. So if you just give them time and you warm them up enough, they're excellent tires, and you actually get like one more lap, maybe two, to actually try to beat your time. The problem is that, yeah, they kind of slip in the beginning, which I found out twice during this competition. And I mean, flipping the car around, you know, just spinning around on your warm-up lap when you're going to perform at your best on the next lap is not an optimal proposition at all. But yeah, we got some R-rated tires. Which one do I prefer mostly? Yeah, of course the Yokohamas, but these tires are okay. But if we do more, we put on some new brake pads from Endless. So that's the ME20. Actually, the reason why I spun around the first time was completely new brake pads coupled with these tires that were not broken in enough. So I did my usual trail braking, and I lost all traction on the back axle, on the rear wheels. So I just spun around. We also put some spaces on the car, but you don't need that. We put spaces on the car because with all GR Yaris is that the wheels are quite far into the body. So by putting some spaces on the car, you get a more flush, or what we call a fat stance on the car, which actually, you know, from a look point of view is really nice. It makes the car look much more muscular compared to if you have them in. Of course, since all the wheels of the GR Yaris are so far in, you can fit 255 tires on this car. Now we actually have 235 tires on these, yeah. So that's one of the things we did. We put on R-rated tires, but instead of putting on 225 width, we put on 235s. And you can do that on the original alloy wheels. Of course, we had this discussion, you know, do the original alloy wheels support the tire wall enough? And I think it does. And we gained, you know, more than a second from doing that. So including brake pads, including some camber. So I think it's okay. Maybe you should have like half an inch more. I haven't tested that, but if you put on alloy wheels that maybe is a half an inch more wider, you will get better support to the wall, and maybe that would give a more direct feel when you steer the car. We added some camber bolts. I already alluded to that, but we only increased camber from like 1.5 degrees, I think is the original, to 2 degrees. So it's nothing major. This car has really good drivability in daily life. You know, there are a lot of competitors in time attack that use 4 degrees angle on their camber. But that's all we did. Of course, nothing to do with performance, but we put on some Akrapovic exhaust. but only the catback. It's only the back end, so no OPF delete or anything like that. The particle filters are still there. It's but it gives the car absolutely the right sound. I actually filmed that earlier, but you haven't seen that, so let's give you some pepper. Yeah, that's the way it should be. It makes all the difference. I know you shouldn't mess around with this car, but you know, the original exhaust doesn't sound, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. So this car, as special as it is, deserves this kind of exhaust system. And I mean, if Toyota has anything to say about that, I don't know, I don't care. I'm not gonna mess up their tuning of the engine or anything like that. Have we done anything to the engine? No. And I mean, to be honest, if you compare it to the Gen 1, my Gen 1 has 336 horsepower now and 420 Newton meters of torque, something that you can easily tune. This car has original setting 280 horsepower and 4 Newton meters of torque. I mean, you don't need more than that. I mean, often well, I can tell you about the biggest issue about this car in a moment, but if you drive around and you go on a highway or something, or on a B road, and you get lots of cool air into the engine, I mean, it's you push the pedal to the metal and you get torque, steer and everything. It's just so quick. It has ample Newton meters and torque, you know, to propel this car forward. You don't need more than that. Absolutely not. So I wouldn't tune this car. I don't see any reason for it. The Gen 1, yeah, I mean, it was a little bit weaker, so I would tune it maybe a little bit, but not much. So, and you can watch some movies. I mean, it's just some clips, and I mean, we tried the Volvo C30 here, and it's like it's standing still compared to this car. When you get to that last curve here, and you go out to the straight, the finishing straight here, I mean, it just explodes out of the corner. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's so good. So now we're going through everything we did. And we created, I mean, the car was fantastic from the beginning, but we created something truly special by, I mean, very small measures. So was it all good? Well, this car has a tendency to overheat, or actually it's not overheating. Toyota has, what we believe, added in the software that when intake air to the engine is above 45 degrees Celsius, it cuts turbo boost pressure, and it cuts a lot. I haven't published that clip, I think, but I was running around, and I was not the only one. It was another GR Yaris who had exactly the same problem, and I allude to that in my Mantorp video. We're standing, looking at the engine bay, what's going on. But what it does is when air is above 45 degrees, it just cuts turbo boost pressure a lot. And when you drive out on track, it feels like you have half the horsepower. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it feels like. You lose all of this magic, you know, magic boost and power out of the corner. It's almost like it's standing still. Fan är det mer? ur alltså. The last lap, let's fucking make it count. Rotate the car. Let's get in. Yeah, let's go. So how do you fix that? I don't really know. But I found something out during this last time attack. When I of course I had the car running, I wanted to heat up the engine and everything, and when I came out before I did my spin around, the car was, the engine was really weak. It was just this heat soaking issue that we had before. But when I exited, I actually pressed this button. Intercooler water spray. Ah, can you see it? Can you see it? It just sprays the intercooler. It just continues until you press the button again. So I exited out, you know, driving out on my warm-up lap. And you can hear on the film as well, on the clip, that, you know, I spin around, you can hear the intercooler spray working, like bzz, bzz, making this noise. Okay. Ser man, han kan ja. I had to restart the car, but when I restarted the car, I think because we had cooled down the intercooler, it came alive. I felt all the power. So if you have this car and you're on a track day and it's just really slow, put some water in your intercooler. You can't see it here, but here, down here, you have like an intercooler. What do you call it? Tank for water. You can fill it with about 3 liters, I think. Just put some water in there, and before you go out, make sure you put some water on that intercooler. So yeah, that's it. You do this small measure that I talked about, and you're gonna have a fantastic car. And yeah, this is the end of the season. This car is not going to be driven anymore, I think, in this fashion. The Gen 1 is coming, the GR Man that we built. So yeah, I just want to film this clip, you know. It's like the last goodbye party, actually. Yeah, I feel a little bit sad. I had so much fun. Maybe I will take it on some kind of winter tour and we'll do some drifting or something. This car absolutely deserves it. But I don't know if there's gonna be any more track days with this car. You know, I do more track days, I'm gonna crash it. I spun around twice on this last time attack, and you know, the next time I'm gonna end up in a barrier over here, so I want to save the car from yeah, my crazy attitude. You know, when I become a kid, I become a kid, and I just push it. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, yeah, it becomes kind of lethal. So I mean, you want a great car, you should go and buy this car. You should really do it. I know it's expensive, and at 50,000 euros, I mean, there's no doubt about it. 60,000 euros for a car like this is a lot of money. But if you want the versatility, you still get maybe the best track day hatchback out there. I think it actually is. I mean, there's no comparison. You know, the hatchback that I met on this last competition, they were highly modified. I mean, they modified everything. Not this car. Original suspension, original engine, original gearbox, original everything. You put on some wider tires, on the original alloy wheels, yeah. Some brake pads, some camber bolts. I mean, it's nothing major. Tires you're going to use anyway. Brake pads, camber bolts, nothing fancy. Cost almost nothing. And you get this kind of absolute fantastic track weapon. There are worse track weapons up there, but not right out of the box like this car. So yeah, you should really consider doing it, buying it. And yeah, I just want to say farewell, and I want to say farewell to this car. And there's going to be a new season. We're going to have a lot of fun, but unfortunately it's probably not going to be with this car. And I mean, if you want to see it in any capacity, you can comment, or you can write something. Do you think it's sad, or maybe it's just as well? And I got something else coming up. Yeah, we're going absolutely crazy with this Gazoo racing stuff, but it's gonna be something super duper, so you don't want to miss that. I'm gonna film something when I do the super duper thing. Take care everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.